yeah, we're not traveling this month right here. Well, I'm saying that with the pretenses of saying that. In other words, I could say it, but if someone says, "Hey, Cannabis Kev, can Cannabis Radio, Cannabis TV be da da da," I would probably say yes. So we are scheduling some events that will be coming up real soon. So we're gonna do that. But I have some real good, just no name bud. I don't even know what it's called. Just good bud. Sometimes I get it like that. They'll just say, "Here, man, try this out," and I'll say, "Yeah." And again, it comes from one of our local folks that like to grow and indulge in cannabis. So we are going to smoke this for the folks out there. It is 1:17 in the afternoon, and this is what we're doing. I'd like to thank our brand new. Um, I would definitely say they're underwriter sponsors. Again, True Freedom pennants and keychains. So basically, the keychain or pennant is a way to help folks that are having situations that might be medical. It's not just used for that, but the pennants can also be used for latchkey kids that are coming home from school or leaving someplace. They're at a recreational facility. Um, it's a very unique item. It's basically it talks and it receives your voice to let you know that everything is okay, or in case you need emergency response, it's there for you. Again, that is the True Freedom safety pennant. So if you need one of those, you can get in contact with me. It's listed on the website in case you need the number 833 537 3774. That's the number. And if you need a faster response, you can reach me at 559-251, excuse me, 559-214-3603. Okay? And we'll take care of you, make sure that you get all the information explained. There's no contracts, no hidden fees. After you are, how can I say it? If you don't need the item, you just ship it back. So it's a month to month, and they ship you the item. There is an activation, but call us right now, and we'll talk to you about the special that's going on to waive those activation fees. And just like I said, it's less than $1.25 a day to have safety and comfort of knowing that your loved ones, you can find them, and they can definitely let you know when they're in pain or in need, and have first responders know exactly where their locations are, and also know about their medical conditions. So all those are in that feature. Again, the True Freedom safety pennant. So it's used by everyone. So old, young, definitely something to use. It can be used all over the world. Just want to send them a shout out right now, and also give a shout out to Million Bananas. I know that my buddies out over there, they've been doing their due diligence to make sure that the leaves are out here. You can find it at AK Smoke Shop. There's a couple of other smoke shops that are going to be carrying them. We will again let you know about those different smoke shops too. Okay, but we are live on Facebook. We are also live on Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. So appreciate everybody coming and checking us out. Again, this is Cannabis Kev here. We're just having the 420 moment right here on Cannabis Radio, Cannabis TV. We're on, again, Facebook too. I must say that we are here on Facebook doing our thing. So that is another outlet for us. So we appreciate the Facebook folks doing what they do with us, and giving us this platform. Let me smoke some of this great herb and find out where our music went because we don't have any more music. I was like, hey, what's going on with the music? So we will get to some of the music here, and keep you moving while we do what we do. Uh, yeah. So also, I got to tell you about the Sunday Soul Express. Sunday Soul Express coming on 103.3. And also, we are going to have Cannabis Radio on 103.3. Join us for Can I Talk Cannabis? That's right. Can I Talk Cannabis? That's right. Or Can I Talk Cannabis? Whichever one you want to name it, we'll take it there. But bottom line is, we will be talking cannabis. 103.3. We're letting folks know about that. So we might have a premiere episode tonight. So stay tuned. Excuse me for it's the smoke that's actually inside my lungs. But stay tuned for that again. The Can I Talk Cannabis. We're poised to be on the air tonight, and we're going to try to bring that to you and let you know. So if you see me going live on Facebook or Instagram, check us out. I'll have the request line call numbers for you. So, bringing you a little bit of the world of cannabis and what is really going on. There's always things going on in the cannabis world, and we try to get you that information, the up-to-date information, brought to you by folks like normal.org. That's a good place to get all your reference information. I want to thank the folks from Trinant. They were talking to me yesterday about their CBD products, I should say product, the CBD oil. I was really impressed, I must say. And again, this is just coming from somebody that is in pain most of the time and, wanted to try something new, a new type of product. So that was a different experience. I thought it was really nice. Again, I'm not a member. I just went as someone that was just really interested in finding out the knowledge. So that's no problem. I really express my sincere thank yous to everyone out there that showed me a lot of love. Want to definitely talk about this. House Veterans Affairs Subcommittee to hear 3 cannabis bills. On April 30th, the House Veterans Affairs Subcommittee on Health will hold a hearing for multiple pieces of legislation, including the VA Medical Cannabis Research Act, the Veterans Equal Access Act, and the Veterans Cannabis Use for Safe Healing Act. All of those are going to be featured. You can find this article on I should say not Cal, on the normal.org site. It's on their homepage. I don't want to go too deep with that because you can basically find that information for yourself. So we want you to do that and just get the facts on cannabis. There is still a lot of stigma with cannabis and how it's treated amongst the actual, how can I say it, the communities that actually are a part of the cannabis movement, even though they know it or not. as the revenues come in, the revenues are used. They're already in place and in functions. So with that said, we have to understand that you know we want that revenue used in the proper way, not creating a poverty belt, but actually creating a wealth base where folks are able to, feel a higher quality of life by working in the cannabis industry in some form or another, or using the actual monies in proper ways to help folks like the veterans that are out, that are homeless, and folks with mental illness that can use the money to actually be regenerated for programs to help them with their mental situations that they need, from medical to actual medicine. So, um, yeah, really, really neat. Definitely wanted to let you know about Hawaii. The lawmakers passed legislation decriminalizing low level possession offenses of cannabis. So that means that someone got caught on the side of the road smoking and looking at the sunset. Now you can't get arrested, or your car gets seized and searched, um, and that's the big thing right there. So kudos to Hawaii. I am going over to Hawaii real soon, within probably the next 2 months. So Snoop, just know I'm coming your way, bro. Coming that way. Snoopy Wells over there, media uh, company owner, slash clothing line, and chef, as a part of his other backgrounds that he likes to do. So we're gonna go over there, eat a good meal, talk about the Hawaiian experience with cannabis, and the history of cannabis in the islands. So we definitely are looking forward to that. So again, sending shout outs to Snoop Wells out there. North Dakota lawmakers pass uh, language reducing marijuana possession penalties. Again, there's another state that is reducing the possession. I remember, I remember saying, "Look, man, I don't go too far out because I can't find no cannabis." So now that the states are loosening up, and there are a lot of states that are really actually expanding the cannabis movement in their states, and places like North Dakota, where, again, I don't know how harsh of a penalty there was. I know pretty much in the, how can I say it, the mid belt southern regions, there are still states that are really clinging tight to their opposition to cannabis, and we again send them some love and blessings and tell them to really look at what you're saying and don't get hung up on what you feel that. I don't know. Some people try to throw the religion side on there. Some people try to throw the actual drug language on that, on cannabis, and so there are different situations that are definitely being broke down. Again, spending time with pastors and other religious leaders in other communities, talking about cannabis and how that is used to as a wellness um, daily regimen for folks that are taking everything from the drops to actually inhaling to the edibles. So again, we welcome the newness of the states that have again looked at their laws and have rescinded some of the laws that were out that were just punishing folks for having a joint. You could have 3 seeds and go to jail for 10 years. I was like, oh, whoa, that's a state I'm not going to. Okay, What, you smoke a joint? What, you gonna send me and arrest me and I'm going, what? Nah. So, again, just trying to adhere to not even whether I believed in that or it wasn't that I was not. It's just being uh, not even cautious. It's just being aware of what I wanted to do in my lifetime. And I definitely, enjoy smoking cannabis as much as possible. And now with older age and pain and different things, I do use it as a regimen to again regulate how much pain I am incurring. So when you see me smoke on here, again from sitting and being at a computer screen for roughly now like 4 hours, trying to stand up and sit down and do all the proper techniques, but that still won't help. My pain level right now with my little, this is my own personal that I made, my personal rub. I do need some shea butter. There's some folks out there with the shea. I need shea and I need beeswax. That's what they told me on YouTube. That is to make my own. Yeah, because again, when you grow your own plant, you can you can use it in different forms. You can make your own hash. You can make your own oils. You can make your own teas. All that's all that situations can be, pretty much worked out by you. You can do that, and again, you do want to, if you're growing your own cannabis, you want to try to use all natural. And I know that there's bloom and different um, growing techniques that folks use. Some of it is sort of chemical based, as they might say, and then there's a fleshing process that goes with that you're supposed to do. I'm not a grower like that. I probably would be the type of grower that would put it in the soil and let it go boop, and then hopefully, if my techniques were good, which I've tried before, and the last time I really actually had a plant in the ground and things grew, which I was at a younger age, much younger age, which is crazy. I should be growing right now. I can have 6 plants and I don't have not one. Um, but it actually turned out real, real, real nice. And the buds were super big. We used a organic. We use bottom line is organics, microbials, and the soil was definitely fertilized by cow poop, and so we had the natural cow droppings that were in the soil plus some other natural ingredients that were microbial style like guano and things of that nature to help the plants really really take off. And so it really worked well for us to um, do that. And so in looking forward, I know that as soon as I'm able to literally start that process again, I definitely want to do that. But I'm kind of parched for time. So if anyone out there would like to caretake for a plant, it's like almost having a dog. So I will get the plant if someone will help me to take care of the plant because that is my problem. Is when I do take off, I'm gone for a little bit of time, and I come back and or even on the daily, because every day is a travel period. So even with that, so if you want to volunteer for that, just DM me, leave me a message, and we'll start working on that. Let me hit on this bud again, and I know it's definitely from the Kush family because that was kind of like what was hanging around in the vicinity. Lawmakers approved medical cannabis expansion. Uh, that's that's gonna be great. Uh, oh, let's see what's going on with the legislative roundup. So I think some of this is it's just talking about basically South Dakota more than, which again, that's a cool thing. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, we'll see if we can find some more information for you. This is information that is posted on the normal.org site. Recreational marijuana use. Normal supports the adoption of the legal control market for marijuana, uh, where consumers can buy marijuana for their personal use from a safe and legal source. This policy is generally known as legalization and has been adopted either as part or full in a number of U.S. jurisdictions: Alaska, California, Colorado, District of Columbia, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, Oregon, Vermont, Washington, and Washington at the present. Washington state does not permit personal home cultivation. Vermont and the District of Columbia do not permit retail sales. Normal also supports the removal of all penalties for the private possession and responsible use of marijuana by adults, including cultivation for personal use and casual nonprofit transfer of small amounts. This policy is known as decriminalization, removes the consumer, the marijuana smoker, from the criminal justice system. Um, oh boy, they're giving some statistics. Enforcing marijuana prohibition has cost the taxpayer $10 billion annually and resulted in the arrest of more than 600,000 individuals per year, far more than the total number of arrests of all other violent crimes combined, including murder, rape, robbery, and aggravated assault. So, bottom line is somebody was making money off of this. So, again, the arrest level got as high as almost 8,500 in '09. Medical marijuana or cannabis, as it is more appropriately called, has been a part of medicine, humanity's medicine chest for almost as long as history has been recorded. All of the negative consequences of marijuana prohibition, none is as tragic as the denial of medical cannabis to the tens of thousands of patients who would benefit from the therapeutic use. Industrial hemp. Hemp is a distinct variety of the plant species Cannabis sativa L that contains minimal, less than 1% amount of THC. The primary psychotropic ingredient in marijuana. It is a tall, slender, fibrous plant, similar to flax or kenaf. A variety of parts of the plant can be utilized to make textiles, paper, uh, paints, clothing, plastic, cosmetics, foodstuffs, uh, insulation, animal feed, and other products. Hemp produces a much higher yield per acre than do the common subsidies that, such as cotton, that requires few pesticides. Uh, in addition, hemp has an average growth cycle of 100 days and leaves the soil virtually weed free from the next planting. The hemp plant is currently harvested for commercial purposes in over 30 nations, including Canada, Japan, and the European Union. Although its growth is wild across America, at the present time there's no public health and safety threat. Hemp has nevertheless routinely been uprooted and destroyed by law enforcement. Each year, millions of marijuana plants are eliminated by the DEA, Domestic Ed, uh, Eradication and Suppression Program, and this plant is actually hemp. So again, this is the formal side of what's going on with the hemp plant and some of the things that are going on with NORML, the organization, giving you a lot of information about the actual plant, the laws, legalizing marijuana, activities that you can do, and activism that you can do to fight for your right to grow, smoke, wear, eat the cannabis plant. And so, uh, we have to figure a lot of this out, and a lot of this you can, you know, figure out real quick. Um, so will pot pay in 2019? We need your vote. Pot is coming to North America. It's already in 10 plus states and have been estimated to be a $80 billion industry. Hemp legalization is sweeping over North America in 10 states plus. Washington, D.C. Have all legalized recreational versions uh, in the last few years. Fully legalized arrived in Canada in 2018, with the experts projecting that the U.S. market to skyrocket to over $80 billion by 2030. It's time for investors and all of us to start paying close attention. So, what do you think? Will pot pay investors in 2019? And that's a trending letter. So, I might vote on that. And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say it is going to pay. But that's just my opinion. What is yours? You can put it down below. It is time for me to go, though. I have smoked a little bit with you, gave you a little bit of information, but it's time for me to get the rub on my back and then step out the door and do some things. Again, we want to thank everyone out there for checking us out. Cannabuzz Kev, doing my thing at the midday hour, a little bit past midday to tell you the truth. And it is time for me to step away and complete the rest of my day. So you be blessed and smoke safe, stay safe. Peace.